Let's face it, there's a lot of competition out there for home sellers these days. You want to do everything that you can to get a leg up on the competition. Here are 7 ideas to help you get that leg up. Warning, these are going to cost you a little bit of money. However, they can help you get more money for your home and or help you sell your home more quickly. These extras are broken into 2 categories. The first category removes the risk for the buyer. A home is a huge purchase, and it's typically going to be the most expensive purchase a person makes in their lifetime. Because of this, fear takes over. You, as a seller, need to subdue this fear as much as possible. And one way to do this is to reduce the risk for the buyer. What risk? The risk that something bad will happen. The second category will make your house look more appealing to a broader group of buyers. Let's go through each of them one at a time. Home warranties. Home warranties are very popular among first-time buyers. Buyers do not know what to expect and are scared that something big is going to break, and that they're not going to have the money for it. Depending on the age of your house, you can get a home warranty for under $1,000. If you have a home that's more than 5 years old, consider buying a warranty to remove the risk for the buyer. Appraisals. Every buyer asks themselves, am I paying too much for this home? I remember on each of the houses that I purchased, I anxiously awaited the appraisal from the mortgage company to make sure that I did not overpay for the house. Having a certified third party evaluate the worth of your home can give great comfort to the buyer. Appraisals usually cost around $400. Home inspections. Unless you're buying a new house, home inspections are strongly encouraged in the real estate transaction. Most sellers shy away from purchasing their own home inspection because they don't want to pay for them, and there's that fear in the back of their minds about what might be found. And let's face it, nobody wants to say bad things about their own home. However, disclosing 1 or 2 things that are wrong with your home will help boost your credibility with buyers. No buyer will believe that a house built in the 1950s has no issues. If you're able to identify the issues for them, they will assess if those are the things that they can address, and they may be more willing to make an offer. Paying for your own home inspection helps put buyers at ease, knowing that any flaws are out in the open. Home inspections typically cost between $400 and $500. Job loss mortgage insurance. A newcomer to the home selling process is job loss mortgage insurance. Mortgage companies will sometimes offer this, and you may be able to find it through third parties. If the buyer loses their job, the insurance will pay the mortgage for a set period of time, usually 6 months. If you live in an area where large layoffs are typical, this may be very appealing to many of your buyers. Because of the newness of this extra, I don't have any prices on it. However, my research has shown that many mortgage companies are starting to offer this as an added bonus. You may want to seek out a mortgage person that can offer this to your buyers. Concessions for a new fill in the blank. Concessions are offering the buyer cash back at closing to pay for upgrading or fixing something. Oftentimes, a seller will offer the buyer some cash back at closing to pay for something that needs repaired or replaced. This is typically a poor idea. Most buyers want a move-in ready house. Needing to purchase and oversee the installation of something as simple as carpet will put off some buyers. I advise you to use concessions sparingly. The extras above will help reduce the risk of buying your house. The 2 extras below will make your house more appealing to a broader range of buyers. Professional photography. Taking good pictures of your house is easy. Taking great pictures where the lighting and the angles are just right can be difficult. By having professional pictures taken of your house and then putting those up on Zillow, you're going to attract more buyers. For less than $400, a professional photographer will take the pictures of your house. Make sure that you see recent samples of his or her photography, though, before you hire the photographer. You don't want someone who's great at taking pictures of children and does not know the first thing about real estate photography. Closing cost assistance. Lastly, assisting buyers with closing costs can help bring people to the table who are not considering buying your house. Let's face it, many of us don't have $10,000 lying around to close on a house. Offering to pay all or some of the closing costs can attract a wider variety of buyers, especially first-time buyers. Before adding any of these extras onto your package, consider your target market first. If your target market is people going into retirement or current retirees, consider home warranties and home inspections. These individuals' lives revolve around fixed budgets and they cannot often afford surprises. If your target market is first-time home buyers, consider paying the closing costs and offering home warranties. These buyers are especially strapped for cash and are going to be concerned about affording the closing cost and then be very worried about something big breaking right after closing. If your target market is growing families or people upgrading their home, consider professional photography to make your house look great, job loss mortgage insurance, and some concessions that will help make the home theirs. If you have a different target market, jump over to the Facebook group and we're happy to help you there. One last note before we end this session. These extras are not worth a penny if you don't tell the buyers about them. If you can offer any of these extras, make sure that you're shouting it from the rooftop. Add it to your Zillow listing, put it on the flyers, and make sure that you tell every buyer and buyer's agent about them.